good teams figure out how to win any kind of game. That's a different kind of game than I've been a part of as a coach. Winning a game like that with no touchdowns, I was so happy for the seniors, so happy for the black shirts. Some of these games we won, we've been winning on offense, and it was great to see the defense step up today.
Scott, your team was struggling through 3 quarters to score points and move the ball. What did you tell them? Did they go play away, or how did you address that?
Yeah, basically it was one play away. That was not a good day for offensive football. That hurt both offenses. They're really good on defense. We had a lot of stuff kind of game plan for them. We couldn't run a bunch of it, especially in 2 of the quarters when we were going into the win. They're really good against the run. It's hard to sustain drives against them. But we knew going into halftime with the score what it was. It was one play somewhere to get us down there. And I thought it would be a touchdown. Ended up being 3 field goals. Give a ton of credit to them. They got a disciplined, well-coached team that plays their butts off. They've been bit by the injury bug and certainly aren't as complete a team as they could have been. And that's November football. We've got a couple hurt too, but I give a lot of credit to Coach Antonio's staff.
What does this say, I mean, if anything, maybe you don't look at it this way, about the fight in your team?
Well, every week I've been coaching them, I think there's a little more fight. And today was certainly the most that I've seen. I haven't seen these guys quit. I've seen them keep practicing better and better. I've seen them keep playing harder. I've seen them come together better as a team. And that's a hard game to win. It'd be an even harder game to lose. But our guys had to stick with it offensively. We had to keep grinding, and the defense had to keep coming up with stops, and they found a way to get it done.
What did you say to Varsity? I know he struggled early in the year, but he's not missed since that Northwestern game. How has he been able to kind of overcome that midseason slump and get to where he's at today?
Yeah, 2 of the unsung heroes, I don't know if it's unsung with Barrett, but 2 of the heroes today were Barrett Pickering and Isaac Armstrong. Some of the punts that he hit into the wind made a difference in field position. It was a field position game. Barrett hitting the 2 field goals, and had enough confidence in him at that point to let him go out and try a long one, and he buried it. Turned out to be the difference. So, you could pick about a dozen guys on our team that have gotten just infinitely better as the year's gone along, and those guys are kind of representative of our whole team.
You say the team's gotten tougher. Why do you think it's happened, and how?
Toughness is mentality, I think, and it's also easier to be tough when you care more, and I think both those things have gotten better.
What do you think of Antonio Reed's performance, and also the forced fumble that kind of turned the game a little bit for you there?
Antonio's another one. He was kind of up and down at the beginning of the year. He's certainly as talented a guy as we have on defense. But talent doesn't matter if you're not doing everything the right way, you're not in the right place. Antonio is that guy now, and it showed today. He was certainly the hero of our defense today, and I couldn't be happier for him. On senior day, last game at Memorial Stadium, that's a great way to go out, and so my hat's off to Antonio.
When did you realize it was going to be kind of a street fight type of game where you had to kind of maybe not do all the things you wanted to do? I mean, did you figure it out in warm-ups and put conditions how bad it was going to be right away?
Yeah, probably warm-ups. I laid in bed last night with my fingers crossed and hands folded in prayer, hoping that we'd be able to throw it. Going into the game, I think they were giving up 270 a game in the passing game or something, 70 yards rushing. So I knew it would make it harder on us if we weren't able to throw. We tried to come out in the first drive and just run our offense, and it was pretty obvious after that we had to kind of flip the script on our game plan. And again, a lot of credit to them. That's as good a run defense as we're going to play against. And on a day when it's tough for offenses, that's not a team you want to play.
When the game's over, the snow's coming down, and you're coming off the field, you ask for the ball there, running off. What's that moment like for you after this season to have finished out with that one?
I told the guys in the locker room, if from a culture standpoint, from pretty much from everything, I guess, if the team could have started the season where it is right now, that would have been a fun year. But some of the growing pains we had to go through, I think, were necessary. I'm crushed for the seniors that we couldn't have gotten that done quicker. But this team's been through so much, and to be where it is right now and have the second half of the season that it's been having, it makes it really special. And I think the seniors will probably even look back on this and think this was a pretty special season after all.
So what do you do with that ball?
I didn't ask for the ball. Somebody came up and handed it to me.
Okay.
But I probably won't give it back to the equipment.
Given how tough it was to run the ball, what did it say about your offense and Divine being able to get on the first down?
You know, Divine has been that guy for us ever since the Purdue game that we can hand the ball to. He's going to get tough yards. He's going to make plays. We needed one first down. We were in that situation a couple other times this year, particularly at the Northwestern game. We didn't get a first down, and we had to punt to him and lost the game. And the offensive line did a great job blowing a couple holes open, and Divine went and got it. And I thought Mo ran harder today and made a couple big plays for us. You know, the guys just are playing with more toughness, more courage, and more passion, and that's a lot of fun to coach.
You talked a ton about this senior class setting the foundation for what's coming later. Given the way Antonio played and Tranio had that fourth down pass breakup that he had, and Divine on the first down, how fitting was it to see the seniors step up and close this out?
Yeah, seniors stepped up big today. Antonio, Trey, Gerald, and Tanner on the offensive line. Stanley broke a record today. Awesome to see. He deserves everything he gets. Just a bunch of guys. Divine going over 1,000. Some of these seniors are the guys that are carrying us, and couldn't be more happy for them and the success we're having here at the end.
How would you describe Michigan State's playing style, and how do you feel like as the game wore on, you guys responded to that, especially in the fourth quarter when it looked like you guys were sort of delivering the blows?
You know, I kind of thought going into the game it would be a throw to run game, not a run to throw game, just because they're stout. We just kind of had to keep grinding, and then particularly in the first and the third quarter when we were against the wind, we just kind of had to bide our time and try to get where we can open up our call sheet a little bit. Then when the fourth quarter hit, we took a few chances and tried to throw through a few shots on them, hit a couple, and that led to some points. You know, again, I got a ton of respect for them. They're not who they want to be on offense right now because they've had so many injuries. And you know, it'd probably been a different game if everybody on the field would have been healthy. JD certainly would have helped us and some other guys, but that's a really good team and a really well-coached team.
You made a big decision to give them the win when they're going to get the ball to start the second half. Was that a tough call? And also that sequence early in the fourth quarter where you held them a field goal, do you feel like you kind of got some momentum out of that? Yeah, definitely. Those are decisions you have to make. I thought it would be a close enough game that we'd want the win in the fourth quarter. I knew we'd have to survive the third. And then Barrett came out and kicked it into the end zone, into the wind. That was a big way to start the half. So sometimes those same decisions work out, sometimes they don't work out today.
Coach, did you ever cross paths with Sam Foltz? Did you talk about the pregame ceremony a little bit?
Pregame ceremony was touching. I didn't know Sam. I know his family well now. I was actually in western Nebraska with a couple friends when the news came over the radio. So I was back visiting Nebraska when I heard. And boy, everything you hear about Sam is not just how good a player he was, but how good a person he was. Coach D'Antonio said the same thing about the other young man. And lives that end too soon, it's a tragedy. So we're sorry to see that happen, but I thought it was pretty special what they did for him on the field today.
Take one more for Coach. Close to having JD today, or did you know coming in, like when you got it this morning, that he wasn't going to?
We knew coming in this morning that he wasn't ready yet.
Coach, senior day is always emotional. This one probably more so. Did you say anything at halftime about the guys keeping their emotions a little more under control in the second half?
No, I don't think that's one of our problems, other than being smart when you get angry on the field, so we don't get any dumb penalties. But aside from that, I think we need to play with more emotion. And having the inspiration of playing for some of these guys, I think, added to our emotion today and our energy, and that might have been the difference.
All right, thank you.
He's just got a little strain.